Oh man, there were two times where I paused this episode and I had to just laugh out loud ridiculously. And the first one I'm gonna mention is Itoshi Sai. He he steps into the building of like the official guys of the whole Japanese Football Association, and he straight up calls one of them incompetent and the other one fat. The fat guy with the pot belly and the incompetent guy. I was like, this man is reckless. He's so toxic. I love him so much, you know. I hate Rin, by the way, if you didn't know from the last week's episode review, but his brother's the best. He's like he's all sorts of toxic, and I approve it. He also mentions that he wants one idiot from Blue Lock, which I believe is Rin. It would, oh man, oh no, no, he's toxic. Imagine if he didn't choose Rin. Imagine if he chose like, oh, imagine if he chose like not Rin, but Shido. Because I don't think he would choose Isagi. If he chose Isagi, that would piss off Rin. Imagine if he chose Isagi, that would piss off Rin. But I think he might. He's probably gonna choose Rin, but it would be really dickish if he chose someone else. I would love that. I would laugh my ass off. The other moment that made me laugh my ass off was Ikaguri. Um, Whatever his face is, like that dude is just lame. He's he's so lame. I am the useful monk. He's going on and like glazing himself, saying, "Oh man, which no, he's not even glazing himself. He's glazing off Shido and Rin at the same time, saying, "Oh man, which one of these geniuses do I pass to so I can become, so I can be elevated to the best in Japan with them, right?" And then Shido just shouts at him and says, "Pass the damn ball. What are you doing?" And he just crumbles under pressure and he's just like, "What? Nemu." And he just passes the ball to him. And I'm just like, oh, you are so useless. But anyway, besides those two hilarious moments, the thing that really got me engaged this moment was just, I would say, Rio's glow up. That's what this episode is. It's just his glow up. He learned the Sharingan this episode. He learned how to copy other people's moves. And literally at one point, I was just like, Rio, get in! I was so excited. I screamed. I took off this shirt and I was like, yeah. I turned into a football hooligan when this man scored that beautiful low angle shot. I was just like, what is this man doing? That is insane. That was absolutely incredible. So that's what we base this episode off for the most part. Rio is having these growing pains because Nagi has become better. His touch is incredible now. There's this Yukimiya guy who is a lot like Chigiri, but he's like a mix of Chigiri and Bachura in that he's got like the speed of Chigiri in certain ways. Like he's more so his explosiveness. Because Chigiri takes a while to like accelerate, but when he gets to top speed, he's like unstoppable. But this guy's got loads of explosiveness, and his dribble's really good because when they showed the little tech, when they showed the stat thing, you know, the stats, I would say hexagon, not hexagon, octagon of the little stats you have. His technique was actually slightly better than his skill. So he uses skill and speed to dribble past people, and apparently like he's the best at one-on-one, so you have to mark him with two guys. This guy is like blitzing past people and it's like insane, but he does like this weird sort of lofted, like a lob shot. If you know what a lob is, a lob is like where you kick the ball up high and it dips really down. It was like this curved curved lob shot, right, that comes down. um Nagi actually steals that. He like does a really great touch and then shoots into the goal. And Reo like observed that and was like, "Ooh, you know." At first, I didn't know where he was going with that, but he was like, "Man, these guys are so cool. I can't match them because each one of them have this one stat that is over 100%. Like they have this everyone because Blue Lock earlier on in the series, it's established that you have a weapon and your weapon is the thing you should work on, not your weakness. Like Isagi's never going to be the biggest guy or the fastest guy. He needs to use his spatial awareness. It's established that people have these special abilities. Shido is his kick. Rin is his kick and his technique. Like he can just take these amazing shots. Chigiri is his speed. It's different things that people have. Kunigami, my boy, who's gone. I've been a bit spoiled, but he's gone, right? He has an amazing power shot, right? So he was like, oh man, but I'm just an all-rounder. I'm 99% at everything. What can I do? And he was like, what can I do? What can I do? And he figures out, you know what? Flip it. I'm just going to copy these guys' moves. I don't have this one stat that stands out. I'm just going to take from them. So instead of passing to Nagi, he's just like, no, I'm just going to go for the shot. And he goes for the same shot that Yukimiya did, and he scores a goal, which was amazing. In the end, because we cut back to Isagi at certain points during this episode, in the end, it wasn't enough for his team to win. They lose 5-3 because Isagi and the other two Moist boys on his crew are like, man, his stuff is still an imitation. It's good, but it's never going to be as great as the 100% original copy. So I guess like when he's going up against other people who have different weapons, it's going to be really useful. But if you're going up against Yukimiya with his shot versus your shot, his shot is always going to be better, So it's going to be good because he can use those skills really tactfully against other players. But anyway, he misses out on that, but it's great in that we found out what his motivation is. He really wants to live a life free from his parents' expectations. His parents desperately want him to become this top class businessman in Tokyo, and they laid out a life for him, and he's realized that he doesn't want that life. He wants to do something that excites him, which at this moment in time it's football. It's soccer, as they all say, right? And it was so cool to see him, like, because they always kept on saying, for your own sake, we're doing this for you, even though they're deciding for him. And just seeing him have that breakthrough moment where he's like, nah, I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to do what I want to do. And him, like, getting the awesome aura and then shooting the ball. I was just like, yeah, this is amazing. So well done to Rio for his glow up. The last thing I want to talk about is Isagi. Isagi is analyzing the weird fluky shot he had from last week. And we got a bit more insight as to what happened. He kind of just sneaked his way in between Shido and Rin as they were like kind of barging each other for the ball, which wouldn't typically happen in a match, but those two have big egos. And he just kind of had some fancy movement to where he worked his way around. I think his name is Hasaru something. I forgot his name. Is it number 4? I forgot the dude's name. Where he worked his way around him with some fancy footwork, and then he just sneaked in between those two. So it's good to see him analyze his move and understand how it works so he can utilize it in future games. But that was it for the most part for this episode. It was a really action-packed and funny episode. I enjoyed every minute of it. Sorry this review is not edited and scripted, because this would have been a great one to do it for, to be honest, because there's so much action. But this week has been a bit weird for me in terms of productivity, and just I had Comic-Con this weekend as well. Yeah, it's a bit weird, but it is what it is. I'll catch you next week with hopefully definitely the usual scripted animated edited videos that I do, the nice funny reviews I do. But for now, this is what I can do. I hope you enjoyed it. If you watched the entire video, type in Sai Itoshi is a gangster. If you can type that in, at least I know one person has watched the video all the way through, and that will make me very happy. Thank you very much for supporting me and watching this video. See you for the next week's review on Sunday as well. Live and learn. Goodbye. And if you want to support me on Buy Me a Coffee or my channel memberships. Bye.